want, as in if you're carrying any injuries or if there's bits of it that you don't like, you don't have to do them, okay? So remember, you know, because you're at home and I'm not there to kind of adjust you or point you in the right direction, I'm trusting you to make the class as hard and challenging as you want it to be or as easy and gentle as you want it to be, okay? So listen to your bodies. Right, you can see that, okay? So let's start sitting down. Okay, sit nice and comfortably and just close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes. Feel your sit bones in contact with the floor beneath you. Take a nice deep breath in, draw that breath up through the spine to the crown of the head. Feel the spine lengthen, feel the shoulders relax. And start to take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And then I just want you to circle the head. It's really important, particularly in the morning when we've just woken up, got little cricks in the neck. So just circle the head one way, then the other way. Let the head swing from side to side. And then come to the center, and let's turn the head from side to side. Okay, then tuck the chin in. Pull the shoulders down, so the shoulders are coming down and away from the ears. Feel the stretch to the back of the neck. This is also a bandha actually, a bind, which is a yoga posture in itself. And then lift the chin up to the ceiling, so you're opening up the front of the neck. Tuck the chin in, keep the leg to the back of the neck and keep the shoulders relaxed. And lift the chin up. One more time. Tuck the chin in. Breathe in, lift the chin up. Come to the center. And then do a gentle twist where you take your right hand behind you. Left hand comes over the right thigh. Push your fingers into the floor, so you're a really long spine. So we're not rounding the back, we're lifting. So it might mean that you have to do a smaller twist. It doesn't matter, I want you to keep the spine long, so just twisting the bits of the spine that are ready to twist. But we're keeping the vertebrae long, keeping them stacked, we're creating the space between the vertebrae. Then gently come to the other side. Come back to the center and just gently come forward a little bit. So just roll yourself forward, let the head hang. Again, it doesn't matter how far you go. Your chin, you might feel the stretch go all the way down to the lower back. Then gently walk back up, take the hands behind you, and again, on the fingertips, roll the shoulders back and lift the chest. So opening up to the front of the body. And then release. Bring the arms up, so we come into the cactus arms, which we do throughout the practice today. Palms forward, elbows roughly in line with the shoulders. We're just going to warm up by bringing the arms towards each other. Fingers spread, palms together, and then open up. If your forearms don't come all the way together, it doesn't matter. Breathe in and open, lift the chest as you open the arms, and then breathe out as you bring the arms together. Do that 2 more times. Breathe in and lift. And try and keep the neck nice and long. Breathe out bring them together. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, bring them together. Now from here, bring the arms forward. Take your right arm onto your left arm. Bring the fingertips up to the ceiling. Either bring the back of the hands together or the palms together. So if your shoulders aren't warm enough yet, you can just keep the backs of the hands together. Now we're going to bring movement to the shoulders. So I want you to circle the shoulders. And you've got to make the movement as small or as big as it's right for your shoulders this early in the morning. So what we're doing is we're starting to loosen the shoulder blades away from the back of the rib cage. Okay, so make the movement smaller. As you feel the shoulder blades starting to glide a little bit easier, you can make the movements bigger. And then go the other way. Circle backwards. Good, yeah, that's nice. Do nice circles, up and down, whatever feels good. So you can get the shoulder blades smoothly gliding over the back of the ribs. This can help prevent a lot of shoulder injuries, guys. Shoulder injuries, of course, because we don't get the correct movement in our shoulder blades. So we start using slightly different muscles, and then we overuse muscles in the wrong part of the shoulder, and then we get injuries. Okay, release the shoulders. It might take the hands behind you again, open the chest. And then release. You're going to come onto your knees, knees under the hips. Bring the hands under the shoulders, or the wrists under the shoulders, and we'll do some cat cows. So again, we're going to do the opposite breathing. We're going to breathe in. And round the shoulder blades, a big breath. Then as you breathe out, you're going to come the other way. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Find that nice little arch in the back. Everyone's going to be a bit different in their arch, so don't look at anyone else. Depends on your spine flexibility. Then come the other way. Arch the back, tuck the chin. Breathe out, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. One more time. Breathe in, arch the back. Keep the elbows soft and gently push away from the floor. Breathe out, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. And then bring some movement to the body. Let's do some circles. Let's wake up the lower back. Bring some movement around the top of the hips and the SI joint. And if you want to move the body from side to side, if that's what you feel your body needs, go for it. And then I want you to just let your bottom sit back on your heels. You're going to come into child's pose. You're going to walk your body so your body comes over your right thigh. So it's a gentle side bend. Your body comes over your right thigh, your left arm gently curves around the head. Let the head just hang. And then push your left sit bone back towards your left heel. And you should feel a nice stretch come to the left side of the body. Taking nice deep breaths into the back of the body. In through the nose, out through the nose. And then come gently to the other side. Curling the chest over the left thigh, relaxing the head, pushing the right sit bone back towards the right heel. Come back to the center. Tuck your toes, come back up onto your hands. Lift your knees and your hips up, and you're in your downward facing dog. And then just walk it out a little bit. So stretch the calves, stretch the Achilles and the hamstrings. Bring some movement to the shoulders. And then hold your downward facing dog. And walk your feet towards your hands. Feet under the hips, come into dangling pose. So holding the elbows, let the weight of your body just draw you down. Your knees can be nice and bent. And we just want to stretch it. Particularly if you haven't moved a lot this morning, your hamstrings are quite tight. Just stay here for a moment, bob around. And release your hands, walk your feet together, and roll yourself all the way up. Bring your hands to the center. And I'm going to start with our Cactus Flow. So breathe in, arms lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. So we're bringing legs to the spine, either with straight legs or bent legs. The aim of the game is to get a nice long spine, so we can balance a trail. So lengthen the neck, draw the shoulders up and back. Lift your sit bones up and push your tailbone back. Yeah, that's looking really nice. Slide your hands back down your legs towards a forward fold. So in your forward fold, you're drawing your belly towards your thighs, relaxing your head, tilting your sit bones up to the ceiling. And again, let's roll up, hands come to the shins, halfway lift. Find that nice long spine. Slide the hands down and see if you can deepen that forward fold. You need to engage the belly muscles, so we're not just hanging here. It's an active pose. You're using your abdominals to help draw your belly towards your thighs. Breathe in, slide the hands back up again, halfway lift. Breathe out, slide down, forward fold. Now take a big step back with your left foot, lower your left knee to the floor. We're going to sweep the arms up, and as the arms lift, you slide your left hip forward. So we're starting to open up the front of the body. And if you've got any back issues, I don't want you to slide forward. I want you to stay up. Okay, so instead of coming forward, I'll come this way so you can see. So instead of sliding forward, which can create a wee bit of tension in our back, stay up here, just with a nice long spine. Okay, so that's your option if you've got a dodgy back. Okay, then we come into the hamstring stretch. Slide the arms back, lift the toes on the right foot. Gently, so we're digging the heel in, pulling the sit bone back, and gently reaching the chest forward. Yeah, good. So you feel the stretch at the back of the and lift your left knee up off the floor. That's it. So you come up into a crescent lunge. Now, as you come up, you need to push really firmly into both feet, guys. You need to engage the abdominals. Right, let's do that again. Lower the left knee back down to the floor. Good. We're going to try that again. Sweep your arms back, lift your right toes up to the ceiling. Roll the right foot forward, arms up, tuck the left toes down, push firmly into both feet, engage your belly as you lift up. Yeah, that was much better, much less wobbly. Palms forward. We're going to bend the left leg, lower the left knee to the floor, pull the arms down. Reach the arms up, straighten the back leg. Take your hands to the mat and step back to plank. Now, your option is cat-cow, chin chest, or chaturanga. You know the options, you choose what's right for you. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your feet to the top of your mat, halfway lift, forward fold. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to center. Let's do that again. Breathe in, arms lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Take a step back with your right foot, lower your right knee, and sweep your arms up. Again, if you've got a bad back, you're keeping your body upright. If you know your back's okay, slide your right hip forward. Okay, sweep the arms back, straighten the left leg. Dig your heel in, draw your sit bone back. Good, now come forward, tuck your toes, push firmly into both feet as you lift. Good, push into those feet, that's it. Palms forward, lower the right knee towards the mat, pull your arms down. Pull the hands up, straighten the back leg, hands come to the mat, step to your plank. So either stay on your toes to chaturanga or lower to your knees, you choose. Upward facing dog, squeeze your butt, tuck your tailbone as you lift. Downward facing dog. Step to the top of your mat, Bring your feet together, forward fold. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to center. Breathe in, arms lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, step your left leg back, lower your knee, and sweep your arms up. Good, sweep the arms back, straighten the right leg. Sweep the arms up, tuck the toes on the left foot, and lift the left leg up, pushing into both feet. Good. Palms forward, bend the back knee, bring the arms wide and down. Bring the arms up, straighten the left leg. Hands come down, step to your plank, then below to your knees if you need to. Chaturanga, chin chest or cat-cow. Upward facing dog. Good, downward facing dog. Step your left foot, step to the top of the mat or walk, your choice. Feet come together, forward fold. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to center. Breathe in, arms lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Step your right leg back, lower your right knee. Remember to engage your abdominals as you lift up your arms and squeeze your right buttock. That all helps protect the back. Sweep your arms back, straighten the left leg. Sweep the arms up, tuck the toes on the right foot, push into the feet and lift your right knee up. Good. Palms forward, pull down. Push up. Hands down. Step to plank. Chin chest or chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step or walk to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to center. One more time on each side. Breathe in, arms lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, step your left foot back, lower your knee. And to engage your glutes and your abdominals as you lift. Sweep your arms back. Sweep your arms up. Lift the left knee off the floor. Palms forward. Pull down. Push up. Engage the belly. Push firmly into both feet. Hands down. Step to your plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Last round. Breathe in, rise up. Breathe out, hands to center. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Step the right leg back, lower your right knee. Sweep your arms up. Sweep your arms back. Sweep your arms up, tuck the toes and lift the right knee. Palms forward, bend the right knee. And lift. Hands come down, step to your plank, lower to your knees. Chaturanga or chin chest. Up dog. Down dog. Stay here for a moment and walk it out. If you need to have a rest, come onto your knees into your child's pose. Okay, now you can do this from your knees or your toes. You're going to lift your right leg up to the ceiling. So if that's too much for you, come onto your knees and just lift your right leg up from behind you. Three-legged dog. Look to your fingers. Step your right foot forward and lower your left knee. That's it. So we're going to do our Cactus Flow again. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, sweep the arms back. Breathe in, lift the arms up, come up into your high lunge. Palms forward, pull down. Now, those of you who, so Julie, particularly your back, I want you to lower your knee all the way to the floor. Okay, so if you're any back issues, guys, you take your knee all the way to the floor. If your back's okay, you keep the knee lifted. Take your arms wide and twist. So if you're on your knee, you're still twisting, but you might want to do a more gentle twist. You can just rest your hand on your leg and do a gentle twist. If your back's okay, it's a bigger twist. Okay, this is when I want you to start to listen to your body, guys. Good, keep pushing firmly into the feet. The back knee is slightly bent. Hold it. Now come back to the center, lift your arms up. If you're on your knee, you can now come up onto your toes. Straighten your front leg, lower your right heel to the floor. So basically, if you can see, both legs are straight. Yeah. And we're going to reach forward. And then you're either going to rest your hands on your thigh and keep your chest lifted like this, or you're going to slide your hands down towards the floor, allowing your chest to lower towards your thigh. Yeah, so there's two options there. Hands to floor, chest to thigh, or hands on thigh, chest reaching forward. What we're looking for is a stretch to the back of the right hamstring. Now, whichever option you've chosen, you want to be pushing your right hip back and then tilting your right sit bone up towards the ceiling. That will give you that stretch right at the top of the hamstring. And breathe. Now, option here, we're going to twist. Either keep the left fingertips to the floor and lift the right arm up, or we come up higher. Again, so again, you choose what's working for your body today. Good. It's really nice, everybody. Okay, now bring your right hand back to the floor. Step your left foot forward so your feet are under your hips. And we're going to come into gorilla pose, but I'll give you options. Gorilla pose is sliding hands under the feet with the toes coming in line with the wrists. Bend your knees as much as you need to get there. Now, if that's really not available for you today, you come up and you just wrap your arms behind your thighs. So two options, wrapping arms behind the thighs or sliding hands underneath the feet. So again, if your back's a little bit sensitive today, choose the arms wrapping around thigh option. Relax the head, draw the elbows out to the side, engage the belly, draw belly towards the thighs, tilt your sit bones up to the ceiling. So again, really good stretch to the hamstrings, the glutes, and even the lower back. Okay, now gently release your hand and take hold of your elbows. So you're in that dangling pose again. Feet are still under the hips. Knees can be soft. Slide your hands up towards your shoulders now. So you're going to have your left hand on your right shoulder, the right arm on top of the left, coming across to the left shoulder. And again, a little bit more weight now to draw you a little bit deeper. Release the hands to the shoulders, but keep the arms crossed. Take them into a deeper cross and come into eagle arms. So you're bringing the backs of the hands with the palms together. Chin is tucked in, and the weight of the body draws you a little bit deeper. Now push firmly into your feet, engage your belly, squeeze your thighs, and gently roll up. Take your time to come all the way up. Shoulders pulling back and down, engaging the forearms, and pulling the arms away from the face. Good. Now from here, you're going to gently roll back down again, keeping onto the eagle arms. If it's too much for your shoulders, just release them. When you get down to the bottom, release the hands, but keep the arms crossed, and take your hands to the outside of the opposite leg. Probably around the outside of the shin, down towards the ankle, if you can get there. And then you're going to pull on your legs and push out into your hands, and draw yourself a little bit deeper into that forward fold. Again, just be mindful of your back. Don't do too big a forward fold if you know your back's not good today. Okay, then we're going to release the hands, walk the feet out to the edge of the mat, and you've got two options. You either come into a low squat with your forearms on your thighs, or a deep squat, dropping your hips down towards the mat. Okay, so you choose. So Julie, for you, I would stay just in a deep, low squat. Just rest your forearms on your thighs. Yeah, that's it. Engage there. Try and keep your spine nice and long. So try not to round the back. Good, that's nice, guys. Yeah, really nice. And then gently straighten your legs and take your hands to the floor. Walk your feet together. Bend your knees, sit your weight back, and bring yourself back up to chair pose. So come back to chair. Good. Squeezing your thighs together, make sure you can see your toes and you're engaging those lower abdominals. Bring your hands to your center, and we're going to come into airplane. So you're going to take your right leg behind you, reaching your chest forward. Then either keep your hands to your center, or you can reach your hands back behind you. If you're really wobbly like I am today, you can just bring your fingertips to the floor. Okay, then step your right foot towards the back of the mat. Push into the feet and lift back up into your high lunge. Good. Bend your back knee, pull the arms down, pass into our cactus lunge. Lift up and open up into your warrior two. So we've got our knee arriving at the front. Nice long straight back leg, shoulders over the hips. And a little tuck of the tailbone. Keep the lower vertebrae nice and open, and you need to engage the lower abdominals. Now lower your right hand towards the right thigh, flip your left palm up, and lift up towards the ceiling. So we're not trying to create a big bend in the spine, we're just looking at opening up the left side of the ribs. Yeah, that's really nice. Relax the shoulder, lift the ribs. Now lift the back heel, bring your hands back to the top of the mat, so you're in a lunge, and then step yourself back into your plank. Lower to your knees if you need to, chin, chest, or chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Okay, just walk it out for a moment. If you need to have a rest in child's pose, come down to child's pose. And then from here, lower to your knees if you need to. And we're going to come into our three-legged dog. So lift the left leg up. You can do the same thing if you're on your knees, just reaching your left leg out behind you. So you're more here. And then if you're on your knees, lift your right leg up and step your left leg through. So everyone step your left leg through and lower your right knee. That's it. So we're in our low lunge. Sweep your arms up. And then sweep your arms back. Sweep the arms up, tuck the toes, lift the right knee up. Palms forward, lunge. Now anyone with a dodgy back is going to let their right knee come all the way to the floor. Everyone else can stay with the right leg lifted, and we twist. Again, if you've got that dodgy back, you're going to do a more gentle twist. You can take your hands to your thighs and just gently turn. Listen to your body. And breathe. Keep the spine nice and long. Try squeezing your buttocks. Engage your abdominals. Feel how that takes any pressure off the lower back. Okay, come back to the center. Tap your right foot in and lower the heel and straighten both legs. So we've come into this position, both legs straight. Then reach forward and we come into pyramid. So you choose either hands on the thigh, nice long spine reaching forward, or fingertips coming to the floor and belly going down towards the thigh. Now if your hamstrings are really tight, bring a bend to that left knee. And once you're there, if your chest is towards your thigh, you're just relaxing the chest down. If your hands are on your thigh, you're reaching your chest forward. But in both positions, you're pushing your left hip back and tilting your left sit bone up towards the ceiling. Now we come into our twist. So again, you can choose right hand to the floor, left hand lifts, or a more gentle twist is to come up and do it from up here. Yeah. So again, you have to choose what works for you. Okay, bring the hands down to the floor and step your right foot forward, nice and wide. So our feet are under our hips. Take hold of the elbows and just let yourself dangle down in your dangling pose. Holding onto the elbows, let the weight of the body draw you down. Okay, then we're going to come into either our arm wraps around the legs or gorilla. So two choices, either wrap your arms behind your thighs or slide your hands under your feet. And then gently engage the abdominal muscles and draw the belly towards the thighs. Tuck the chin. So not only are we stretching the backs of the legs, the hips and the lower back, but we're also compressing our abdominals, which is really good for our internal organs. So you release the hands and come into your dangling pose. Swap your arms over. If you had right on top of left, swap it. And slide your hands up to your shoulders. We're still dangling. That's it. Release the shoulders, cross the arms even more, come into your eagle arms, and you should have them cross the opposite way to last time, in theory. Now, before you come up, I want you to engage your abdominals, bend your knees, push firmly into your feet. Keep the belly engaged and squeeze your butt as you come up. Come all the way up to your eagle arms. Shoulders down, arms pulling away from the face. Tuck the chin and start to curl your way back down. When you get to the bottom, release the arms, take the arms to the opposite legs. Push out with the legs, pull in with the hands. A little bit of traction to help you go a little bit deeper. Again, your knees can be bent as much as you need them to. Then release the hands and come either into your low squat. And if you're in a low squat, guys, keep your spine long. So not to arch the back. If you're in your deep squat, you're lowering your hips towards the floor. If your heels are lifting up, then maybe try popping on a block or a rolled up towel can help. Keep the chest nice and lifted. Okay, then release your hands to the floor. Walk your feet together. Bend your knees and come back up to chair. Bring your hands to your center. And then take the chest forward, left leg back. Staying here, sweeping the arms back behind you, palms facing down, shoulders rolling into the spine. You're really wobbly like I am today. Take your fingertips to the floor. Now lower your left foot to the back of the mat. Arms lift, we're back in our high lunge. Come into your cactus lunge. Rise up, open up into your warrior two. Let your left hand come to the back of the left thigh. Turn your right palm forward and lift. And again, don't worry about trying to arch your back a lot more. It's trying more about lifting your ribs up off your hips. Good. Then bring all the hands back to the top of the mat. Step back to your plank. Lower to your knees if you need to. Chin, chest or chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Lower to your knees. Bring your toes together and sit back in child's pose. So we'll have a brief rest here. And then we're going to do that sequence again, one time on each side, but we're going to do it faster. So if you feel like you've had enough and you just want to stay and rest in child's pose, or you just want to do bits of it, that's absolutely fine. You can do bits and then rest. Otherwise, we're just going to flow through from one pose to the other. Okay, so bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Again, you're going to stay on the hands and knees if that's what you prefer, or come up into your downward facing dog. Then lift your right leg up. Bring your right leg forward between your hands and lower your left knee. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. Breathe out, sweep the arms back. Breathe in, sweep the arms up, lift the left leg up. Breathe out, come down into your cactus lunge. Lower your knee all the way to the floor if you need to, and come into your twist. Again, choose the depth of your twist. Breathe in, come back to the center, lift the arms up. Straighten both legs, lower your back foot to the floor. Yeah, that's nice. Breathe out, reach forward. Again, we're either having hands to the thigh or fingers to the floor. Breathe in, right arm lifts into your twist. Breathe out, right hand down, step the left foot forward, feet under the hips. Breathe out, either wrap the hands behind the legs or slide them under the toes into your gorilla pose. Breathe in, release the hands, take hold of the elbows into your dangling pose. Breathing out, slide your hands up towards your elbows. Towards your shoulders, you're hugging in. Release the shoulders, cross the arms more, come into your eagle arms. Bend the knees, push into the feet, roll up, squeezing above the thighs as you lift. This time we lift the arms up as you come up. Then we breathe out and we curl back down. When you get to the bottom, unclasp the hands, take the hands to the opposite legs, pull the legs in, push out with the legs, forward fold. Release the hands to the floor, walk your feet out, come into your low squat or your deep squat. Good. Breathing in, straighten the legs, take the hands to the floor, walk the feet together, forward fold. Breathing in, bend the knees, lift the arms, come up to chair. Breathe out, hands to center. Breathe in, bring the chest forward, lift the right leg up behind you, warrior three. Hands stay here or arms sweep back. Breathe in, lower the right foot, lift the arms into your high lunge. Breathe out, pull down. Breathe in, lift up, lower the right heel, come into warrior two. Breathe in, lift up into your reverse warrior. Breathe out, hands come down, step to your plank, knees or toes, chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing dog. Swap sides, lower your right knee to the floor if you need to. Left leg lifts. Left leg sweeps forward between the hands. Lower your right knee. Breathing in, arms lift. Breathing out, sweep back. Breathe in, arms lift, right knee lifts. Breathe out, pull down. Keep the knee to the floor if you need to. Arms open, we twist. Come back to the center. Lower the right heel to the floor, straighten the legs. Reach forward, again, hands either to the thigh or fingers to the floor. Come into your twist, either fingers on the floor or arm lifted. Hands come down. Step the back foot in, hold onto your elbows into your dangling pose. Release the hands, either wrap the hands behind the legs or slide your hands under your feet into your gorilla. Release the hand, slide the hands up to your shoulders, cross them the opposite way to last time. Release the shoulders, keep the arms crossed, come into your eagle arms. Push firmly into the feet, make sure you engage the belly as you rise up, lifting the arms up as you come up. Gently release, come back down. Unclasp the hands, take the hands to the opposite legs. Draw in, and then release. Walk your feet together. Halfway lift, forward fold. Come up to chair, squeezing your thighs together, lifting your arms. Good, hands come to your center. Take the left leg back, reach the chest forward. Sweep your arms back. Lower your left foot to the back of the mat, bring the arms up. High lunge. Good. I've forgotten what's next. Oh yeah. Pull down into your cactus lunge. Lift up. Open up into warrior two. Breathe in into your reverse warrior. Breathe out. Hands come to the top of the mat. Step to plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Then lower your knees to the floor, bring the toes together, sit back in your child's pose. And we're going to be taking nice deep breaths into the back of the body. Just soften down, relax your head, relax the neck. Feel that nice stretch to the back, particularly if you've got tight lower backs, you feel like a really nice stretch. Hands can be reached out in front of you, or you can bring them back down by your heels. Okay, so you come up onto your hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone, and then arch the back. Again, releasing through the lower back. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone, and then round the back. One more, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Tuck the chin, arch the back, and then lift your knees up so you're in your downward facing dog. Bend your knees, gently walk your feet towards your hands to come into a forward fold. And then roll yourself all the way up. When you come up to the top, lift your arms, just know, if you know your back's okay, you can add a small back bend. Hands to center. Okay, so before we come down to the mat, we're going to do our eagle balance that we've been working on. So we'll start just with the legs. Bring your knees together. Bend your knees. Take your right leg over your left leg. So our option is to keep the toes to the floor. You can lift the toes, or you can wrap the legs. So that's your options. Arms come forward with the palms up, and the elbows are bent as though we're holding a heavy tray. Then you're going to bend your left leg and sink down a little bit. Our lower abdominals are going to stay engaged. You're engaging the abdominals and you're squeezing your thighs together. And breathe. Find something to focus on. Slowly come up. And we'll swap sides. So bend the knees. Take the left leg over the right leg. Either toes to the floor. Leg lifted or leg foot wrapped. And that's your choice. It depends on your knees and your hips if you're going to wrap. Arms come forward, palms up. Start sinking down into that right leg. If you can't wrap the leg, guys, don't worry about that. It really depends on your hip joints and how your femur sits in your hip cup. For some people, it's not tunable, it's not to do with muscles, it's just to do with your skeletal makeup. Couple more breaths. And then rise up. One more time on each side with the arms. If you don't want to do the arms and the legs, you can choose one or the other. You could just do the arms or you can just do the legs. You choose. Or we do both together. So if we're doing both, we'll set the arms first, I think. Arms forward. Right arm under left arm. Hands together into your eagle arms. Set the eagle arms. Elbows in line with shoulders. Shoulders down and back. Forearms away from the face. Now you can either stay here, or we can do the legs as well. Bend the legs. Wrap right leg around left leg. Either tap into the block, much harder to balance when you've done the arms as well. Then sink down onto that left leg. Squeezing your thighs together, engaging your lower abdominals. Focus. Slow the breath down. Gently rise up. Release the arms. And swap sides. So again, choose legs and arms, just legs or just arms. We do the arms first. Left arm under right arm. Find your eagle arms. Set your arms. Bend your legs. Left leg over right leg. Sink down onto that left leg. Then engaging through the abdominals. Chest lifted. Bring the elbows up in line with the shoulders and bring the shoulders back and down. And release, come back up. Release the arms. Take your hands behind your back for a moment. Just open up through the chest. And then release. And bring it. I want to finish with a really nice spinal twist. So come down to sitting on the mat. Okay, I'm going to choose an option here which suits how your back feels today. So you're going to roll onto your back. And bring your knees over your hips. Now, options here, if you know that your back's quite tender, don't cross the legs. You're just going to let your legs fall to the right. So it's just a nice, easy spinal twist. If you want something a little bit deeper, you're going to wrap your right leg over your left leg and then let your legs fall to the right. So it's a much deeper twist, but I want you to choose what suits you. You might just want to lie in a nice gentle twist. You might want something a little bit more intense. And once you're here, you're just going to soften the body, particularly if you've got the cross legs, because you introduce a more weight into the twist. You don't want to shock the body into it. You want to just soften and let go. And you will feel your body slowly start to release. You might even hear some lovely little cracks and pops in the spine. You want to soften the shoulders towards the floor. And if you're doing it without the crossed legs, once you feel that you're really settled into that and feels comfortable, you can make it slightly easier by moving the knees further away from the right arm, or you can increase the stretch a little bit by moving your knees up towards the right arm. So there's still options there. And once you've settled in the twist, we're going to bring our breath into it, because breath really helps with this move. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to fill up the rib cage, the front, the side, and the back. Imagine your rib cage is like a balloon, and as you blow into the balloon, it just expands. And then when you release the air, it gently moves back in, contracts. Work on spreading the air as you breathe into the lungs. So we're just working on the left side of the rib cage. Well, that's where our focus is. So you're breathing into the front of the rib cage, the side, and the back. And as we breathe in, we create space between the ribs. We create space between our ribs and our internal organs. And then as we breathe out, we soften into the pose. Move your breath now up to the chest. So we're working on the left side of the chest. As you breathe in, you can lift and expand to the left side of the chest. And then as you breathe out, just sink and soften the left shoulder blade back towards the mat. So again, as you breathe in, think about lifting and opening the chest. Breathe out, think about releasing and letting go, allowing the shoulder to soften towards the mat. And then finally, you're going to bring the breath to the left armpit. Breathing into the armpit. Breathing out, softening the shoulder. And allowing that breath to flow all the way down to your fingertips. Now, if you've got your legs crossed, I want you to gently uncross them. And we've been in this twist for, 5 minutes, guys. So I just want you to slowly, really slowly roll yourself back to the center. Take your time. Don't shock the spine. Draw the knees in towards the chest, hug them into you, and just do some gentle back circles. And then you're going to reset yourself to come the other way. So again, do exactly what you did on the other side. So if you didn't have the legs crossed, don't cross them on this side. If you did cross them, this time it's the left leg crossing over the right leg. And then the knees fall to the left. And again, to start with, you're going to feel quite a bit of tension straight away. Just soften, hold it there, and soften into it. Let the body gently relax into the twist. And you can make this twist, this pose as big and as challenging or as gentle and relaxing and releasing as you like. And let the body soften into it. Relax your right shoulder back towards the mat. And then we're going to focus the breath to the right side of the body. Starting with the rib cage. Breathing in, expanding the rib cage. The front, the side, and the back. Breathing in, create space. And breathe out to soften and release. Okay, then bring your breath up to the right side of the chest. Breathing in to lift and expand through the chest. Breathing out to soften and relax the right shoulder blade back down towards the mat. Then let the breath come into the right armpit. Breathing in to the armpit, breathing out to soften the shoulder and to let the breath flow all the way down to your fingertips. Okay, before you come back to the center, uncross your legs and come back slowly. Lift the top leg first, roll over onto your back, let the left leg follow. Draw the knees in towards the chest and hug them into you. And then do some nice gentle back circles. Release the feet to the floor and gently straighten your legs. If that's uncomfortable for your back, keep your legs bent. Arms can either just rest on your belly, or you can let your hands come to your side with your palms facing up. We're just going to spend this last couple of minutes softening and letting go through the body. And just taking nice, slow, deep breaths. Think about breathing a really warm, soft energy into the body and breathing away any tension and stress. If you've been practicing your full body breathing, this is the perfect time to do it. Breathing in, lifting the abdominals, expanding the rib cage, and letting the chest gently rise. Breathing out, allowing the chest to gently release. The rib cage move back in, and the belly gently drop towards the floor. Gently now start to bring your breathing back to normal, easy breaths, and start to bring some movement back to your body. Whether it's stretching your arms above your head, or bending your knees and letting your knees rock from side to side, do whatever feels good for you. When you're ready, just gently roll onto your left, use your right hand to bring you up to sitting. Sitting up nice and tall, hands to your center. Namaste.